Tom Brady isn't done just yet. The GOAT pulled off an incredible game-winning touchdown drive to put the nail in the Rams' coffin. Brady also became the first player in NFL history to eclipse 100,000 career
All
yards.
right, pause that real quick and then get to the rest of it.
Yeah.
I just want to make a point here. Last year, there was a moment when LeBron was about to pass Kareem
Mhm.
for most points in NBA history combined, playoffs and regular season. And I made the point, I think I don't know if it was on here, but certainly on the TV show, like, hey, there should at least be acknowledgement. Like, it should be something mentioned on the sports shows. Maybe they should stop the game when it happens. And everyone said I was just a LeBron sycophant, that nobody cares about combined playoffs and regular season records. It's a fake thing.
Somehow we made it to LeBron.
Well, hold on a second. When we're talking about Brady, LeBron's the only guy we can compare him to. And I said, okay, I understand the real record is just regular. Like, there's playoff records and there's regular season records.
Right.
You don't combine them for official records, but it's worth acknowledging when a guy all of a sudden has scored more points than anybody in the history of basketball, playoffs, regular season combined. Everyone said I was just full of it. Yesterday, and all week leading up to it, they had a damn countdown of how long Brady gets to 100,000 yards. But he has 86,000 in the regular season. That's a playoff and regular season combined thing. So for Brady, everybody wants to do it. When I want to do something similar for LeBron, nobody gave a damn. Just interesting to me. All right, go ahead now.
All right. Glad you got that out. But
Yeah.
the Bucs are now in first place in the NFC South. Is this a spark that they needed, or is it more telling that they barely beat one of the worst teams in football?
Okay. So I think this could absolutely be the spark.
Okay.
I think that when they go no huddle and they just let Brady get in the quick passing game, their offense moves. In the loss against the Packers 6 weeks ago, we saw that. They did nothing the whole game. They had 6 points. And then at the very end of the game, they went no huddle. They went right down the field. They scored. They just missed the 2-point conversion.
Right.
They obviously can't run the ball. But now what you have is a galvanizing win. And a win because they didn't move the ball the whole game. And then they're down 4. They drive all the way down the field in the waning moments and get stopped at the goal line. Get the ball back because the Rams can't pick up a first down and have 40 seconds and do it again. Yep. And this time they actually score. So their 2 best drives were in the no huddle, go, 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 go. Now the Rams defense should be ashamed of itself. Absolutely ashamed of itself for the second drive. Like, that was pathetic. But so you had a long week. You're now Atlanta lost. You're right there in the division. You now have a very weird game for week 10 where you are in Germany against Seattle. So Seattle is taking the longest trip in the history of the NFL from Seattle, Washington to Germany.
Right.
So they have to go there. Now, I think that, Seattle's a good team. So I'm not, by no means am I trying to act like Tampa's definitely going to win that game. That game's probably a 1-point line in either direction. But then after Seattle, you get the Browns before Deshaun comes back, the Saints, who, while they've they've stopped your offense, you kicked their ass defensively this year. The Niners and Bengals, which are tough. And then your final 3 games, Cardinals, Panthers, Falcons. So do I think Tampa wins the division? Yes.
Vegas makes a mistake if they make that a pick 'em.
What do you think it should be?
I think it should be Seattle -3.5, maybe.
Okay, let's see what it is. It is Tampa by 1.5. So you like Seattle in that game?
I love Seattle.
I think you are
the flight. I'm underestimating the flight.
Flight. I really do. I think you are underestimating the flight.
Okay.
But
Russell Wilson thinks differently.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, because he went
can
over
stay
there.
warm.
Yeah.
Just do some high knees.
All right, that's fair. By the way, Vegas has been down on Seattle all year, so you might be right. But I'm telling you right now, the Bucs are going to go into the playoffs on a 3-game winning streak, having beaten the Cardinals, Panthers, and Falcons to end the year, and they're going to be dangerous. The offense will continue to slightly improve. The defense is still excellent. And listen, I have been a Brady skeptic over the last few years, waiting for his downfall. I also don't think we should underestimate the difference that there's going to be now that the divorce is finalized. Now that it's sad, and I'm sure it's hard for him, but at least you have some closure there. So the divorce is finalized. You steal a victory. You've got to feel good. Now you've got this flight to Germany, and then I believe after that a bye. If they beat Seattle in Germany, and now all of a sudden they've won 2 in a row, they're on a bye, they get Cleveland with Jacoby Brissett as the starting quarterback, all of a sudden could be a 3-game winning streak. And as I've said before, that round 1 playoff game might be Dallas. If it's Dallas as the 5 seed, I think that they're a real hard time blocking Dallas. But it also might be the Giants. And if it's 4-5 against the Giants, Tom Brady is not losing a playoff game to Daniel Jones. And then
All right, man.
I'm just telling you, I'm telling you right now, this world exists, okay? The world where the NFC playoff picture is, and I've been saying this for a few weeks, I'm going to say it again, where the seeding goes like this, all right? 1 seed Philly, 2 seed Minnesota, 3 seed Seattle, 4 seed Tampa, 5 seed the Giants, 6 seed Dallas, 7 seed San Francisco. Okay? And what you end up having is San Francisco beating Minnesota in round 1, Tampa beating the Giants in round 1, and Seattle winning a home playoff game in what will be the second loudest stadium in the country against Dallas in round 1. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. So now, round 2 is, what would it be if I had that right? Tampa, would be San Francisco going to Philly and Tampa playing Seattle.
After they beat them in this instance.
Potentially. Or I just know that that everyone needs to be emotionally prepared for Brady's path to the NFC Championship game being some combination of Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith doesn't need to be in that list.
No, listen, I think Geno's played great. I think he deserves right now fringe MVP consideration. He's never played in a playoff game. Daniel Jones never played in a playoff game. Kirk Cousins doesn't have a great playoff history. Jimmy Garoppolo's played in a lot of playoff games, has played well in 0 of them. Everyone needs to be emotionally prepared for that possibility. All right, so yeah, the Rams, by the way, the Rams are cooked, and I've got to look it up. It's one of the worst Super Bowl defenses in NFL history.
You just say like a team to win the Super Bowl and then what they do.
Yeah, the following year, it's one of the worst defenses of a Super Bowl I've ever seen.
It's almost like they shouldn't have won it last year.
Oh, they absolutely. It's unbelievable. That's the Chiefs Super Bowl. That second half against the Bengals will haunt me for the rest of my life. I mean, the Chiefs would have rocked that Rams team.
100%.
It's so stupid that they lost that game.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.